Have you ever wondered how you can add a background image to text or to certain shapes? Today we'll find out. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, this is Derek at Vigilant. Today we're going to walk you through how you can make any image the background for text or for any shape in Affinity Designer. Let's do this. Alright, so we'll start off by showing you how to do this with text first. And go ahead and select the Frame Text tool and set your font attributes as you need them up at the top. And then go ahead and draw out your text box and type in your text. And often, typically after you do that, you would set the font color for your text. But we can do something a little more creative by setting the background of our text to be this image, actually. And the way you do that is you use clipping, which is basically to restrict the visibility of an object or a layer to another object or layer. And we're going to do that between this text and this image. And the way you do that is by just clicking and dragging the image until it's just below the text and the snapping looks just like this, and release it. And you can see here we have now restricted the view of the image to the text itself. Now, one cool thing about this is it is not a destructive action, so you can still independently modify the text and the background. For example, in the text, if you want, you can still apply a bevel to it to give it a little 3D look as well. And if you wanted to add a drop shadow, you can add an outer shadow to it to give it a little extra flare. And something extra we could do also with the beauty of this being in layers is, for example, what if I want the last word text to be this image, but I want these first three words to be a different image? And you can do this with multiple images. And just dragging those around up there. And so now these first few words have this image as its background, and this last word has that image as the background. And you can be as complex as you want, making each individual letter if you wanted to go crazy. Just be as creative as you want. And the beauty of this is once you clip all of these together, you'll be able to move the entire text object around as one. But you can still, if you want to, go to each individual image and modify them as necessary so they look just like you want. Pretty cool. Our next example is going to be handy if you want to create an avatar image, like for a YouTube channel or a Gmail account profile, to see if it will fit. Go ahead and select the ellipse tool, and by holding down the shift key and clicking and dragging, you can create a perfect circle. And then take this and drag it so it snaps into place at the very top and right in the center. And then holding down the shift key as well, click on this bottom node and drag it to the bottom. And now you can see that we have a perfect circle that goes to all of these edges. And say there's an icon image that you want to see if it's going to fit exactly how you want it to see it in your Gmail account profile or in your YouTube channel. So you can go ahead and clip this to this ellipse object as well, which is a perfect circle, and kind of move it around and scale it out a little bit to see how it's going to look when you upload it to YouTube. Now, YouTube does often create a little bit of a clipping edge on some of their images, so be careful in this upper right, upper left, in these quadrant areas, because YouTube has been known, even though it's a perfect circle, to clip off some of those edges. So just be aware in some of those areas that sometimes it doesn't work perfectly up in YouTube, but you can rest assured here in Affinity Designer, it's a perfect circle. And now finally, we're going to show you a more complex example that's using a shape that you might use for a logo that's split up into separate pieces. However you want, but you also want to do the same thing and apply a background image to it as well. And it works in exactly the same way. So you'll take an image that you have that you like for your logo, and you want to put it into a complex shape, and do it the same way as dragging it into that image and clipping it in there. And now that image is just like the other ones, showing up as the background image for this one. And you can do the same thing as zooming in or zooming out, and moving it around until you get just the right type of image you want. And you can also see that even on these images with its bevel effects and 3D effects and drop shadows, it does look like the image itself is curving around on the object as well. So it does blend in extremely well. So be as creative as you want and create some beautiful shapes and text that have the images and backgrounds on them as you need. Hey, I hope you enjoyed our video today, and if you did, please like it and subscribe to our channel so you will catch all our helpful, tippy, and tricky bits of info. Thanks, and we'll catch you later.